Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry I'm running a few minutes behind, but I always try to be on time. But I'm usually not. And I apologize that I'm 5 or 10 minutes late. But like I said, I went ahead and set up the board again for Faye. Like I said, so I know this wasn't the news that we wanted to hear. Um, so um, again, we want to just send healing vibes and wishes and just love and light to Faye and her family, and just, pray and do the best that we can to just send out positive energy, like I said, because I'm sure her family's needing it at this point. So hi everyone. So does anybody have any questions about anything? Hi Robert's girl. Hi Hooked on True Crime. Hi Mama Amanda Dawn. Hi Kelly. Hi Ladybug. Hi Jeannie. Hi Hibiscus. Hi Melanie. Hi Lily. I like your picture that you changed. Hi Lady D. Yes, love and light to Faye and her family. Like I said, and tonight I'm just going to do mainly an energy reading to kind of pick up on, kind of maybe something. Now that we know for sure she has passed into the 5D, we kind of want to go ahead and see. I do still feel she's very confused. I have to say that. And I think that's why last night, because I felt her very strong during the day. And then when I got to the reading, I got very confused towards the end because it's not what I was feeling from her instinctually. Okay. So that's why I kind of got quiet. And I was like, and I even said, that's not really what I thought the reading was going to show me. So it threw me off a bit. But when I'm kind of looking back at it, like I said, it was almost like it was in and out energy. So I think it was like a fading energy. I remember Kayla was in the chat and she had actually made a comment in Miss Texas as well. It's almost like time was a factor, and I said that like time is a factor. And I understand like they were doing their best to find her, but I do want to say she was still, when we were probably doing our chat was when probably things were starting to go downhill a bit, and I think that's why the energy was in and out. Because then once I signed off last night, like Rex went nuts, like basically, like he was all over the place. He was running around, he was playing, jumping off the wall. So I kind of feel like that was her playing with Rex. So I don't know if she was mainly focused on the crystals and the crayons when she was here. And maybe that's why I felt a very in and out kind of thing. I'm not sure. But I did feel her energy. So, I mean, I will say that. Yeah, if y'all have questions that y'all really, really, really would like me to answer and I'm not seeing them, we do have a super chat feature. I'm not exactly sure how it works from the other side because I've never used it. But I do know if there's like a question that you have that you really would like answered and I'm not seeing it, or one of the mods can't answer it for you, you can use the there's a smiley face and then like a box with like a money symbol on it, and that's a super chat part. And you can go ahead and you can go to super chat and that will highlight your comment and make it bigger. So that way I for sure will see it and I can answer it. So like I'm saying, because right now I really can't see what everybody's saying because it's kind of hard for me to keep up and the chat's moving very fast. So like I said, if there is anything that y'all would like answered, like I said, then like I said, you can use super chat, or you can maybe just try to ask Miss Texas is very empathic herself. I don't know if Lisa's in here. Kelly, Martha, and there's a few other people, but those are just people I've worked with directly. I know Paula can pick up on some things. So like I said, if you need to answer to a question, like I said, the mods in here, most of them are empathic, so they will probably help you with that question. But if they cannot, like I said, then you can go ahead and use super chat and I'll see the question highlighted and I can answer it for you. Like I said, we have 53 people in the chat room. We're going to be doing a reading for Faye tonight to see exactly where her energy is at now. So if you are here to help us bring in Faye, if you give the chat a thumbs up, we'd greatly appreciate it. That brings in more positive energy. and more positive vibes for her and her family, sending loving positive vibes to her and her family, as well as her healing vibes, because she is transitioning now, and she does still feel a bit lost. So like I said, you can feel that she's a little bit confused. So like I said, if you're coming in here and there's the chat room and you're interested in it, go ahead, and we're going to be doing a tarot card reading. That is what I do. But I also wanted to start incorporating something else into my readings. This is a book I got. Keep Calm and Trust God. So I don't know if this is the same technique that I don't want to say it's Miss Texas. I don't know if this is bibliomancy. It's kind of like, but basically I'm going to pick one Bible scripture I'm just going to close my eyes, pick a page, and that's going to be the one that we will use. So and so before I start the chat, I want to go ahead and do that, like I said, because I want to take the negativity away from tarot card reading that it's evil. It is not in any sort of way. So yes, with Martha, let's bring in the positive energy. And that's what I'm saying. So we're going to start adding this to our chats, so that way that they understand that we are calling upon God, which I call source usually when I'm talking to him. So then yes, Kelly, that's kind of the point of like doing the scripture. So that way they understand that usually when you close your eyes and kind of just pick a page, that's what you kind of need to hear at that moment. So, or I don't have to close my eyes. I just don't have to be looking at it. I just open the book and I could be looking at y'all and just go to a page, pick it, and then that's what I'm going to read to y'all. So before I get started, like I said, I want to show y'all again the board that I set up for Faye again. Again, I've set up, and I actually found candy bracelets and some Paw Patrol candy and stuff. So I thought that she might like. It's a little bracelet with Paw Patrol symbol on the end. Again, I don't have any girl stuff. I only have boy stuff. So yeah, but that's what I was doing. That's why I took a little bit longer. I had found the candy, and I thought that would be a fun thing for her to be able to do while she was coloring, and we were kind of channeling. So, like I said, we have about 54 people in the room. We got 34 likes. Like I said, we're about to start our reading for Faye. I'm going to pick one Bible verse, y'all, before we start. So that way it is helping us call in all of the archangels, all of our guardian angels, all of the, and source himself, like I said, and source being God. So, if y'all are all ready to get started, if y'all want to just give a thumbs up or a Y for yes, I will more than happy to go ahead and start. Like I said, but if you are here to help bring in positive energy and help us channel Faye, we would greatly appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up. Like I said, there's about 60 people in the room and about 36 thumbs up. So, okay. So you ready? So we're going to go with the Keep Calm and Trust God first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it and then go to a page. And then I'm going to read that page to you. Okay. So it says, that's the thing about faith. If you don't have it, you can't understand it. And if you do, no explanation is necessary. So I think that's very good, just with me trying to explain, just in the fact that we are calling upon source. So I think that that was a good quote that came out of here. Like I said, and again, this, like I said, is a book, and I will be start pulling a quote from it every time we get ready to do readings for anybody. But like I said, this is what it kind of looks like when you open it. It's got, like I said, keep calm and trust God, and then you kind of can just go to a page, pick it out. Like I said, you kind of usually just, and that's how you pick your page. But that's another way to also get a different kind of tarot advice if you are into that. So I thought that was a very good fitting quote. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but yes. So I have Faye stuff set up, and then I'm trying to think right now, actually, of what order I want to kind of ask her things. So I'm going to start shuffling while I do that, like I said, and I'm going to just read some of y'all's questions in case I don't miss anything. Yes, positive vibes. Thank you, Lady D. Hi, Lily. I don't know if I saw you come in. Hi, Jamie. Yes, excellent quote. If you have faith and you believe, then you don't need to explain it to anybody because you know. So that's what I'm saying. So anybody who challenges you and your faith and beliefs, you don't have to defend them because God knows, or whatever you believe in knows where your heart lies. You don't have to explain that to anybody. So, but we will be pulling a quote like that every single time. Exactly. It was saying keep your faith, and yes, exactly. This is what we needed. Thank you, Lily. Very good point. Hi, Lufa. Hi, and I think I said hi, Julia, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. I said I can kind of see y'all are coming in, but I'm going to go ahead and start kind of like calling upon guardian angels and all that kind of stuff. So while y'all kind of chat and then tell everybody hello, I'm going to call upon my guardian angels and my spirit guides and source and all that to help me connect to Faye. So I kind of like to do that quietly, like I said. So as y'all tell everybody hello, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Like I said, we have 70 people in the room almost and 40 likes. Like I said, we are channeling Faye to see currently where her energy level is. And so if you're interested in helping us channel Faye, the more people that you give it a thumbs up, the more energy that comes in to help us do that. That is what we did last night with our chat. So the more, like I said, the more likes and the more positive energy sent this way, the more information she will give us. So that's what I'm saying. And it'll bring more people in who have the same abilities and that are interested. So like I said, if you're in the room to kind of help us channel Faye and see how she's doing, we'd greatly appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. So like I said, I'm going to shuffle and start asking my spirit guides. So, all right, I call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Samuel to help me connect to Faye, please. And to see how she is feeling now as she is transitioning to the other side in 5D. If she is being helped and if there's anything that she wants to tell us that might be relevant or important to the case. And source is here to protect you. Like I said, I set up the board again for you, Faye. Rex is here. Somewhere sleeping again. But I'm sure y'all will play whenever I turn the computer off like y'all did last night. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and get started. So what I'm basically going to ask her in 3 rows is I'm trying to put it in an order where I feel like it would be most understandable. Yes, thank you for everybody coming in the room. I think she wants to start from the day that she disappeared. And I'm just going to say that because that's what she's showing me being in the yard. So that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to ask her to go ahead and show me what was going on that day that she disappeared. Okay. I'm going to bring this down a little bit lower so y'all can see me shuffle the cards since people think I seem to pick them out. They're at the floor. It jumped across the floor, so I have to get it. The day that it happened, she felt that she lost her strength. Because somebody obviously that we know now took her and overpowered her, unfortunately, with her being a child. So she is showing that day she felt a little bit helpless. Like I said, if you're coming in the room to help us talk to Faye, we greatly appreciate it. If you can give it a thumbs up, it will help bring in her energy. Yeah, she lost her strength because the death cycle came in. And basically, it's like a cycle of it means a cycle ended. It does not always have to mean death, but it just means something's ended. But in this particular case, we do know that she's passed now. So that is why she feels that she lost her strength that day. So let's see what else comes out after the death card for her. She has the 5 of Pentacles. So the day it happened, you see the kid here they're the mom and dad, and they're just kind of and I think it's just like I said yesterday how I was feeling. I just want my mom and dad. I just want my mom and dad. I don't know if she called the boyfriend dad or not. I'm not really sure, or if she was thinking of her biological dad. But yeah, she once she passed, she was, like I said, she's very confused on where she is. And that's what I'm saying. She's young. She doesn't really know how to navigate. And so somebody's going to step in to help her is what I'm picking up. So that's probably what the next one's going to be. Once you passed, how did you? She's not moved on yet from passing. She's still in and out. Cancer, that's the card. She's probably, see, this represents, this is, the Chariot, but it represents the Cancer sign, which is the mother of the zodiac. And so her mother took very good care of her. So maybe she's not leaving because she's not ready to leave because of her mother. And I'm sure her mother is heartbroken, as I'd imagine. Like I said, I'm sure she's beside herself. And like I said, I don't even know. I can't comment on it because I've never had that happen, and I don't, but all I can say is, like I said, I just send well wishes, healing vibes to her and her family, and wish them the best and pray for them. But yeah, she's basically not wanting to cross over because she's kind of like stuck by her mom. She's like staying with her mom. It feels like she's not ready to leave her mom. Like I said, y'all are coming into the room. We have 78 people in the room and only 51 likes. If y'all are helping us try to channel Faye, if you could give it a thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. It'll help bring more people with the same type of gifts into the room, and we can go ahead and channel her and pick up her energy a lot better. So even though she's not wanting to move on, she is learning temperance. She's learning to balance out now where she is, her emotions and her actions. So she will eventually learn to transition, but right now she is temperancing it. She wants to be I think she's waiting for her mom to be able to accept it and kind of handle it a little bit better, and then she can balance off the temperance and kind of move on. But again, I have clarifying cards, so we'll use those. All right, so after you passed, you had temperance, Faye. Can you tell me why you have temperance, baby? Okay. Remember yesterday I said the Knight of Swords came in and acted fast, and he's reversed. Here he is again. And I said that she was losing sleep because of it, and she was anxious from this person. So yeah, that's what she's showing me. The Knight of Wands came in reverse and made her lose sleep, anxiety, gave her depression. And I said, because I think he had her. I can't remember if she was missing 2 or 3 days exactly. I know she went missing Monday. So what's today? Thursday. So it's basically almost 4 days. So I do think he kept her with him for a few days. And then he decided to do what he did. And I think it's because I still do feel it was somebody that was very majorly connected within the neighborhood, or somebody that she just knew. Yeah, because here she's feeling still now on the other side. She sees her happy home being flipped upside down. She's sad. And not sad because, again, children don't, they have an easier time transitioning because usually they have more support, on the other side because they're not adults, so they have usually great ancestors, great uncles, great aunts, great grandparents, things like that will help them to transition. And if they don't, they also have spirit guides of their own and, angels of their own that help them do so. But right now she is in a 10 of Cup energy. She wants to go home. She feels like it was taken out from her and someone dumped out all the cups. And again, I mean, this is a female energy coming in, but it doesn't have to be a female because we all possess masculine and feminine energy. But again, that's coming in with the Knight. That's, again, fire. So this is upright. So maybe she's feeling like this is representing fire. So it's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So maybe a woman will be the one to kind of not solve the situation, but kind of bring more light upon the situation in the near future to reverse the 10 of Cups for her. Maybe that's who's helping her transition. It could be a great grandmother, an aunt, something. hold on, it fell. Yeah, they're going to help her to make the decision to go ahead and transition on when it becomes time. So yeah, somebody's help. Whoever the Queen of Wands is probably who's guiding her now where she is, to explain to her where she is. I'm about to start to clarify, so I'm going to be able to look at some of the comments. Does anybody have anything they'd like me to answer so far? Like I said, we have almost 90 in the room and only 59 likes. So if y'all are here to help us channel Faye, the more people that come in with positive energy, it'll and give it a thumbs up, the more we are able to channel her and the more energy it brings in. Like I said, if we are all truly here for the same thing, then like I said, it's nothing but positive energy, love and light. Like I said, and we are sending healing vibes to her family, her and all of their family and friends. Like I said, because this is, like I said, this is not what we were hoping the outcome would be. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and clarify now. Do you mean the guy who they think did it, Kathy? Because I think the guy that did it was the guy that was dead next to her, to tell you the truth. I don't know who he is still. But that's what I'm saying. I think he, hold on. I think he knew it was going to be tracked back to him and that he didn't stand a chance. So I think it was like it's not actually that uncommon for people to commit suicide after they do things like that. And they know they're going to be traced back to it. So I think that she did know him, like I said yesterday, because like I said, in the beginning, when I was channeling her, it's almost like I felt okay with walking off with this person. But the more that I got deeper into this, wherever we were going, the more uncomfortable I started feeling. And that's what I'm saying. That's when I started to be like, well, I want to go home, and they wouldn't let me go home. And that's when I started like kind of feeling uncomfortable, and I knew something wasn't right. And that was when I was channeling into her energy. So, hi to everybody that's coming in the room. Yeah, Kathy, that's what happened pretty much. But I don't think it was just him still. I'm going to say that. I still think there's a third person. But I think it's more like, not like some big conspiracy. I don't think it was anybody in her family or anything like that. I just think there was more than one of them. I think like I said, like birds of a feather flock together kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I think that the other person knew what was happening, but I think they left the area. And I think this guy knew there was no way he was going to be able to pull off this BS story, and that he was caught. So that's why I said, I don't think I think she was still alive for a while. Like I said, for the first few days. I said, I think it happened last night. And that's just what I'm picking up, because I picked her up through most of the day and I could feel the anxious energy. And then once I got last night to do the spread, it's almost like it was very in and out, in and out, in and out. And that's why I was kind of like very confused. And I even said it, I was like, this is not really what I expected to see on the board, So again, I'm kind of rambling a bit, so we're going to go ahead and clarify. But yeah, that is something I wanted to point out. I do think she was possibly alive still last night. Hi, Monica. Hi, Preston. Hi, Peggy Sue. I said, and yes, 3 people. There's 3 people. There was another guy somehow involved. I don't know if he helped the guy. I don't know. I just feel there's somebody else, and he's like a big wig of whatever they're doing. Like, as far as like, I don't think it was a sex trafficking thing, but what I'm saying is that it was like, I don't know. Maybe they have some like website where other sexual predators, nobody wants to talk to them or be friends with them. Maybe they have some website where they can all meet up and make friends. I don't know. But what I'm saying is I think the other person was a predator too. I just think they got away first. And so the other guy just knew that he was too close in connection and didn't have anywhere to go. So he knew it was going to be tracked back to him. That or the other guy killed him threw him next to her and then left him there so that he didn't have to worry about being blamed for it. That's about the only two things that you can really look at it if you're really thinking about it. Whether he did it, knew that he was going to get caught and killed himself, or this third person wanted to rule himself out, so he killed them both and left them there. So, I mean, that's kind of the only options you have when you're really looking at the scenario. But again, that's just my intuition. And the reason I say that is because when I see this third person and I try to tap into their energy, I feel like they're in a car driving right now somewhere. As I said, they're somewhere, like they're not here anymore or at least where it happened, I guess. And I said, we have 94 people in the room. Like I said, thank y'all for coming into the chat. If y'all could give it a thumbs up, we'd greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we are trying to channel in Faye. We're about to clarify the reading the first 9 cards that I laid out. So I'm about to clarify the next 9. And like I said, and then we will do some angel answers and some archangel answers. Like I said, so if y'all are here to channel Faye with us, if y'all could give the chat a thumbs up, it will bring in more positive energy so that we can do so. And it'll bring in more people with like energies that are looking for this and that want to be able to have some answers and be able to contribute their gift to the chat. So like I said, we have almost 90 people in the room and 64 likes. Like I said, so if y'all can give it a thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it because we're all here for Faye. So the thumbs up are for Faye. We have the Strength in reverse, and then you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I was saying to Miss Texas on the phone earlier when I was rewatching it, and I kept saying there was the 6 of Wands towards the end of the reading yesterday, and I said the King of Cups was looking her direction, like maybe he was going to try to help her out. But when I rewatched it today, he was the one that was stopping her. And the reason I picked that up was because of the direction the cards were in. Like he was blocking the boat, so he wouldn't let her go. So maybe they're a water sign or they took on like a water sign. But like, yeah, I'm kind of feeling like the Knight of Cups that was next to the 6 of Swords was not trying to help her. At first, I felt like they were trying to help her transition or trying to help her do something. But now I look at it back and no. That's why I think I was so confused when I got told it. And here's the Emperor again. I said the Emperor is the one that brought in the Knight of Wands yesterday that came in really fast and harsh. Well, here he is again. And this is the one I was telling you about. He's on cement. He's suited up and he is ready for battle. He's got his scepter. He's wearing his crown. And you can tell he is going to send out his peasants to do the things he doesn't want to do so that he doesn't have to deal with it. So his hands will be clean. So that goes next that is going with the Death card. So again, the Emperor came out yesterday with the Death. And so it's coming out again. So I do think whoever did it, they are, like I said, they think that they are untouchable for some reason. So that's what I'm saying. He might be some kind of big wig within some kind of criminal activity system. That's what I'm saying. So you got the 5 of Pentacles here underneath the Emperor. Yeah, she feels out in the cold because she wants to go back home to her happy home, which was the 10 of Pentacles. Yesterday, it was flipped upside down. And now it's upright next to the 5 of Pentacles because after she transitioned, she, like I said, she doesn't want, she's feeling out in the cold and she just wants to kind of go home. So that's what that means. She has a Chariot in reverse of how she currently feels. Like I said, I think she doesn't want to transition over because she is trying to stay with her mom until her mom feels better. The 6 of Cups came out. And the reason I know that is because that's the only card I have that is bent. And she is not leaving because she's not ready to leave her childhood behind. I don't feel like this was her original exit point. I think it was a possibility. And she knew it when she made her life plan, but I don't think it was the original exit point. When I'm looking at the Chariot in reverse and the 6 of Cups. Because if the 6 of Cups is next to the Chariot, she's saying, no, I'm not ready to leave my childhood. Like, I'm not done yet. So, yeah, that's why those cards are together. So why is Temperance here, sweetie? What are you trying to temperance? She's trying to come out of the 8 of Swords energy. She's having a hard time coming out of it because of the way she passed. Now, when you flip it this way, she'll be coming out of it because she is still underneath Temperance. She's still kind of going through, like I said, the Knight of Swords, like the Knight of Wands coming in, making her feel anxious and depressed. So, but this is like a card, like once she starts to transition over with the Queen of Wands, who's helping her, like these are very loosely bound if you look at it. Like she can take off the blindfold very easily, and she can remove herself very easily from the bounds. But again, she's a child, so she doesn't know how to do that yet. So that's what the transitioning is going to help her do. That's and actually the Queen of Wands is right next to her, pretty much looking at her. So she's there to help her do that. So we have the Nine of Swords with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Let's see what she wants to let us know about that. Why is the Knight of Swords or Knight of Wands in reverse? What did he have to do with it? Yeah. He overpowered her with strength. That's why she felt like she lost strength that day. Because he came in quick and fast, aggressively with all of his strength, and it made her feel helpless and anxious because she's a child. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify the Ten of Cups in reverse for her. Can you tell me what the Ten of Cups for the reverse in the future is for you, sweetie? What do you need for it to be? She wants to get away from that feeling. She wants the Six of Wands. She doesn't want to feel that way anymore. So the Queen of Wands is underneath it to help her come out of it. She doesn't want to feel like her house has been she doesn't want to. Like I said, she's in and out. So she's watching her mother and father and the boyfriend having to deal with this tragedy, you know. So she wants that to go away. She wants it to go away so that she can move on and start to interact with them on a spiritual level. And so that's what the Queen of Wands is here for. She's going to help her do that. Yeah. The Eight of Pentacles came out. So yeah, the Queen of Wands is helping her transition. So I'm thinking this might be a spirit guide, an ancestor of some sort, of a past life. Yeah. And the Two of Wands, when she makes her decision to go ahead and transition, like I said, with the cards we got yesterday, so it'll come out within the next few months. All the secrets and things that were going on came up, will come out. Once she go ahead and transitions and she makes that choice of transitioning or going in and out. Once she transitions and goes up to the other side, she'll be able to have enough power to let everybody know exactly what happened. So I'm going to ask her a couple more questions that I'm just interested in, but I'm going to I'll explain them to you a little bit as I go. Yeah, Kelly, this Texas and I too felt the same way about the hyperventilation. I'm going to go with that because I was okay. Who is the person? Do you know him? Again, she's showing me more wands for communication. So yeah, and this is over. It fell on top of the Emperor. So yeah, the Emperor was bringing in fast communication, like I said, and I think he was playing with her mind, like I said, but he also acted quickly. Like I said, wands are actions, but they're also communication when they're coming in as the Eight of Wands. And it's very fast, and it's very quick, and it's very blunt. So like I said, it went over the Emperor. So that's, yeah. Do you know him? Do you know him, Faye? I asked her if she knew him, and she just said the Nine of Wands. So basically, I'm kind of feeling like a little, because it's almost like the way he's knelt, it's down on the knee. It's almost like it's in a respectful knelt. So I think, and again, there's more wands if you notice. So it's still the same energy. Wands are fire. The Emperor is fire. Like I said, the Knight of Wands is fire. Now you have the Nine of Wands. So yeah, whatever information he brought in and however he presented it to her is basically how he got her to go off with him. So hold on, I dropped something else. So all right. So do y'all have any other questions y'all want me to ask her before I go into the oracles? Like I said, I want to thank all y'all for joining the chat. Like I said, we have about 97 people in the chat room. Anyone likes, like I said, we are bringing in Faye's, we are doing a reading for Faye. We are bringing in her energy to see how she is currently feeling at the moment. So if you can give the live a thumbs up, that would help bring in more positive energy and more, it'll help send more people who have special gifts who are looking for this case to bring them to us, so maybe they can share their gifts with us. And it might also bring people who are listening. Like I said, we do gifts and facts, so we can combine them all together right now and maybe put together something that makes a little bit more sense of who this guy is. But she is showing me it's somebody she's known, maybe not greatly, but very little, and that he was very quick acting and very manipulating with the mind. He acted as if he was innocent to her, but he was not. And then he switched on her like that once he got her where he was going. So, I see your question, Heather, but out of respect of the family, because it's not really been released yet, I don't really want to ask that. And like I said, and I understand that's a completely valid question. And once everything's released, we can go over that. But I don't feel comfortable asking her, and she probably won't tell us anyways. Tarot cards really aren't set up to tell you exactly how somebody passed. They're more or less to let you know they have. So like I said, whenever like the autopsy and all that comes out, we can go ahead and do a whole new reading for that. And that might give us some more information. But at the current moment, like I said, since we don't really know anything, I don't really feel comfortable. I just don't want to be disrespectful to the family. That's all, you know? So, but like I said, Heather, I will keep up to date with that. Like I said, and as soon as we hear more about it, like I said, we will follow the case through, just like we've done with all the other children and every other true crime case that we've had so far. So, hey, Lulu. Yeah, I don't even know if it was that though, Kathy. I feel like these two guys were just both perverts, to be completely honest. And I feel like for some reason something didn't go right, and one of them ended up dead. I don't know. I kind of feel like the other guy, I don't know if he died by suicide. Like I said, if he died by suicide, then it was him. If he died by another means, that means there was a third person. So until we find out exactly how they died, but I do feel a third person energy, and I feel like he's driving a car right now in the dark going somewhere. And that's what I can pick up. I feel like I'm sitting behind a driver's wheel, kind of leaned back. You can see all the dashboard lit up. You can see the street lights, but he's chilled. Like, again, he is the emperor. He does not care. Look how chilled he is. He's like, I own this shit. Like I said, in the other deck, like I said, he's literally got the world in his hands, I want to say. I can't remember. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, it's like he is not worried about it. Like, he is like, I'm done. My hands are clean. I'm gone. Like, he's gone. So he's not worried about that. Yes, Lulu, they did. They found her. I think I'm not sure exactly what time. I want to say about 1 o'clock is when they here. Like Central Standard Time is when they released it. And they found it. Yes, they found a deceased male next to her. So we're talking about right now. I do feel that it was somebody that she knows, but I do feel like there's another male energy, but I feel like he's gone. Like he's out of the area. So, but I'm not completely done with the reading yet. So I'm going to clear the board. We're going to do some angel answers, and that might give us some more answers. Because she did yesterday. She told us that we were going to know something soon within the next few months. And I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, this really was within the next few months. It was immediately. I was going to say a week, but I didn't want to like yesterday when I was reading it, but I didn't want to, I was going to say a couple days or weeks, but I didn't want to like get anybody's hopes up, you know, and then it not be right. But, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and pull angel answers for her first, because that's where we got the most, I think, from her yesterday. Like I said, y'all are coming into the chat room. We have almost 100 people in the chat room, and we have 75 likes. So if y'all are here to support Faye and her family, we'd greatly appreciate it if everyone would hit the thumbs up so that we can bring in more positive energy and love and light to Faye, if that's what you are here to do. Like I said, we are sending positive vibes to her family, her friends, and everybody else. Like I said, if you are here for Faye and to honor her, we would greatly appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. And yeah, thank you for joining us. Like I said, this is all for Faye. Like I said, we love, like I said, we love her here. Like I said, I don't know if the people who are coming had a chance to see that. I know that she liked rocks and coloring books and all that stuff. So I set up a board for her of crystals. She likes to collect crystals. I gave her candy necklaces, rocks, all kinds of things to play with. So again, this, like I said, this is for Faye. Like I said, so the more thumbs up we give her, the more it's going to help her transition and help her pass over in a positive way. And it's going to help her family as well. So like I said, thumbs up everybody for Faye. Like I said, she deserves it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the cards. We're going to see what she has to tell us. Shuffle them one more time because I feel like I need to. Hey, sweet crazy. All right, so can you tell me, Faye, anything that would give us some clues? I'm just going to let her give us however many cards she wants, to be honest. Okay. All right, so I think the reason she's saying we don't know who the male is because it's not the right time to know who he is yet, to be honest. And I think she's telling us, when it's time, they will communicate that clearly to us. But right now, we don't know that because we don't need to. But she is also giving out the forgiveness card, and it says if you believe. So maybe because of her age, she's, they always teach you forgiveness on the other side, and I understand the situation, but the next card that came out behind if you believe is trust. So that's what I'm saying. I think she's just basically saying that just trust in the process and send the positive vibes. That's why I say, the more positivity we bring into the room, the more likes you get that are from positive people who are actually here to help us, figure this case out and maybe help in any way that we can. It helps her be able to communicate with us. So, yeah, I just want to, make a point of that. So, like I said, we have over 100 people in the room and 83 likes, like I said. So, like I said, the more likes you give, the more energy we'll bring in for Faye. Like I said, and this is for her and her family and their healing. Like I said, out of respect, I think Faye deserves, to be able to have that. She didn't deserve what happened to her. Like I said, this chat is not for me. This is for Faye. So I said the thumbs up are for Faye, not for me. And it's just to bring in the positive energy so that we can all pick it up together and we can bring her in the most strongest as possible. So I'm going to give her, let her give us some Archangel cards. I'm going to let her give us as many as she wants. Her life review came out again, so she's still doing it. So yeah, I think it happened last night. Because the life review just fell out again. All right, so life review. Archangel Jeremiah, whatever. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm horrible at pronouncing stuff. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unstable. So, yes, she is reaffirming she is doing her life review like she had kind of mentioned last night. Like I said, I think it happened last night. I think he knew that he had no way. And she is, again, calling on for compassion. Archangel Zadkiel. Like I said, again, I am greatly sorry if I am butchering these names, but soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So basically, she's just trying to say, I'm not saying anything about the person who did anything to her, but she's saying as a new community, as a community and stuff, let's come together. This is the thing. All these negative things keep happening because all these, lately in the world, there's been nothing but negative vibes. And I think Kia was in here yesterday and she kept saying that she kept seeing a pink light surrounding her. Pink usually represents love. So that's why I said when you're coming into the chat, if you can give it a thumbs up for Faye, because that's what she is trying to do. See, leadership is her next card. So she is trying to bring people together to make a happier world for everybody. So what happened to her, she doesn't want to happen to anybody else. So that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody should have that happen to them. No parent should go through that. So we have leadership, Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So that is what she is doing on the other side. She will be one of the children that help the other younger children transition. Comfort. Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping you to heal your heart. So she is letting you know that she is not only with her family to help heal her heart, she is healing her own heart, and she is with everybody in this room who is here to truly support her to heal y'all's heart, because we all know that we desperately wanted her to come home, and we were really hoping for the best, like I said, and it did not turn out the way we expected. And she's saying courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs, which is kind of what came out in here whenever I did the reading at the very beginning. So, yeah, be courageous and stand up for yourself. So she's saying, you know, you don't have to put up with anybody's crap just because somebody tells you, oh, well, be the bigger person all the time. Like, I don't know how she feels that that's relevant, but she does want to get that point across because she did bring that card out. So that is the reading that I have for Faye. So if there's anything, I can kind of catch up with your comments now. I said, I want to thank everybody in the room. Thank y'all for joining us. Like I said, as y'all come in the room, if you can give it a thumbs up for Faye. Like I said, we're channeling her to bring her in. And so if y'all can give it a thumbs up, we'd greatly appreciate it. And I'm sure Faye would as well, and her family. Like I said, we just want to make her as happy as comfortable. Like I was showing everybody else as y'all are coming in. I set up the board for her so that she could play while we were doing the reading, and so that she felt comfortable. Because, again, I have an autistic son, and I also have a preemie son. So I want her to be as comfortable as possible. She also knows Rex is here whenever she wants to play with him, and she did play with him last night after the chat. So about 1 o'clock in the morning, her and Rex were going at it, like all back and forth all over the place. So, yes, there was a certain point when it got to about the middle of the night that I felt her again. And I told Miss Texas that this morning on the phone. No, I don't see where he's traveling, but Miss Texas probably is better. Yeah, she's already answered the question. So no, I don't do the voice boxes. Conscious Truth is on here, and she's a great creator. She does a lot of amazing EVPs. And that's usually who I kind of get to help me with. I don't know how to do it, and I actually don't have the equipment to do it. And it's not that I don't know how to do it. I want to study in more to it before I actually introduce it to y'all. Like I said, I've been doing tarot cards for 4 years. So that's the only reason I feel comfortable introducing it to y'all in my own manner. But right now, like I said, I am going, like I said, start incorporating every single time this. Like I said, and since we did the reading, we're going to go ahead and do it one more time. I'm going to go ahead and just flip a page and stop here. And this is the one I'm going to read. Reason is an action of the mind. Knowledge is a possession of the mind. But faith is an attitude of the person. It means you are prepared to stake yourself on something being so. So, yeah. Basically saying if you carry nasty negative vibes, that's probably what you're going to get back. So to give out love to the universe so that we have more love in the universe, because we're extremely lacking that. And that's why when you channel Faye, it's nothing but pink, bright, warm light, because she is trying to give out love to all the children who have been going through these horrible events with their parents. Stand in your truth. Thank you, Miss Texas. Like I said, yes, conscious truth is great. Like I said, she has amazing EVPs. She has ovula sessions. I'm not sure if that's the same thing as EVP. I think they're a bit different. Um, I've been wanting to learn it more, and actually, we've been kind of like she's kind of told me she'd teach me that, and I would kind of teach her tarot because she's interested in learning tarot. So we're kind of like yes, love, light, and peace to Faye, her family, everybody in the room who has been here looking for her. Yes, and Gannon as well. I agree, Melanie. I mean, I don't know, that post Tisha wrote about how somebody had him and saw him get out of a car. She's so full of crap. That's what I said. I think that lady needs some like psychotic medicine. I think like she's delusional. Like, like she sees things and it's not actually happening. Like, I mean, I think she is so screwed up. She actually believes her own bullshit, to tell you the truth. Like, I don't think she understands why nobody doesn't believe her. But it's like, and then she talks about she talks complete shit about the two of them. I'm sorry. Again, my page is for adults only. But she talks complete crap about Landon and Albert. And then she turns back around in the post she just left and says how Albert is this and that. Like, she's like sitting there like right next to Albert and he's telling her what to write. Oh, thank you, Crystal. That's fine. I said you can watch the rest of it tomorrow when it replays. Sorry to put my lipstick on in there, but I mean it's kind of like a mirror. So, yeah, it's like first it was that like he went to a friend's house. Then it was that they went into the gardens of God. Then it was that he was sick. And then it was that now that he's supposedly alive and that people saw him get in and out of a car. And then it's like she said that her hands were clean. And then she releases this video of this poor kid panicking and crying. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's full of crap. She did it. She knows exactly where he is. And if she didn't do it by herself, then she passed him off to somebody else to do it. And I'm sorry to say that way, but I'm sick of reading her BS. Like, if you are watching this, Tishia followers, the ones who keep spamming all of my Gannon pages, readings, like I said, I do a live every night, Tishia. Since you like to seem to run your mouth and give your side, you are more than welcome to come into your chat. My moderators know that if you were to come in here to let you stay, and you will be more than welcome, just you and I, to go back and forth. Nobody else will interfere. So if you really, really, really want to get your point across, instead of writing all these crappy Facebook posts that nobody can really respond to, why don't you come in alive and give your side of the story? I'm not saying you have to, because I don't care if you come or not. I don't actually want to talk to your ass because you're full of shit. But all I'm saying is, if you really, really want to like act like you've done something like not wrong, come in here and say that, because I guarantee you your story will be picked apart by everybody in here in 2 seconds. So pretty much like everybody else has done it everywhere else. Yeah, it's gonna buffer. Like I said, my internet's not great. So I mean it hasn't logged out completely, so there will be some buffering during the live. So I apologize about that. Yeah, I've had 4 different people spam my accounts that got traced back to where she's at right now. So what does that tell you? She has her and her people spamming my videos. And why else would you do that? If I'm so wrong, why would you come after me like that and be like, oh, you're full of it. You're a devil. You're this, you're that. Am I? Because again, I'm Roman Catholic and I have this. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Tisha, but you need to pick up something like this because you have lost your mind. Like I said, and anybody who's in here or not in here, but like coming onto the page to like bash Gannon's video, again, it only shows their maturity level, not ours. So, I mean, like I said, they're embarrassing themselves, not me. So, yeah, it's just the internet, sweet. I mean, it's not been great lately. I'm in Texas and the weather sucks here right now. Like, I mean, it's raining, it's foggy, I mean, it's hot. It's like, I mean, the weather changes every 5 minutes in Texas. So, oh, I'm sure. She's so full of crap. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's disgusting. She's a disgusting person, and she knows she is. Except for her to even get on Facebook and release that stuff. Like I said, she should have got her ass thrown in jail right when she did that. Like, I don't see how CPS didn't. I mean, or like, well, obviously she already had Harley taken my CPS, but I mean, they should have thrown her ass in jail for that. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'd love to see these people try to pull this shit off in Texas. Because, like I said, nobody pulls that shit off in here in Texas really with kids. Like I said, they don't play with kids here. Like I said, we have the death penalty here, and we don't mind passing it out. Like I said, I'm sorry, I'm Catholic, but I definitely believe in the death penalty because I don't believe, speaking of ugly face Megan Formeska, I don't think she has any remorse. So you can sit there and leave her in jail for the rest of her life, but she'll probably end up killing herself or she's not going to give a shit. So what's the point? Euthanize her. Why should we pay to keep her in jail? Get rid of her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Oh, the blue cups. Yeah, my mom bought them for me, actually. DM is asking, Miss Texas, do you see DM's question? She wants an admin to contact. Wait, admin contact me, please. Hold on. I'm going to have to go back. I'm new to the channel. Love everyone and supporters. I was given a video to watch. I'm wondering if admin can contact me when I... Yeah, I will contact you after the chat uploads, and that way I can go back to my main page because I can't click on it here or it would take me away. So, like I said, we are going in an hour in the chat, so that's why I'm kind of like, I'm just waiting on the Gannon stuff because somebody brought that up, like I said, and I've turned it off because I'm pissed off about it. I'm pissed off that we have no answers. It's like all of a sudden they wanted everybody to search for him, and now everybody's quiet. Nobody's doing nothing. And then she's sitting there saying her hands are clean. He's walking around that she didn't have nothing to do with it. So which one is it? Because if your hands are clean, that means something happened to him. And then second, so that's what I'm saying. Did she sell him off to somebody? And that's why she's saying his hands are clean and he was seen somewhere? I don't know. I don't feel like he was sold off to nobody. I think that's what she's trying to give the impression that somebody kidnapped him. Like out of the neighborhood now. Maybe she's going off the case that recently happened with the younger girl because she just said that. From what I understand, I don't like to read her posts because I don't like to see her ugly face. Gannon? I feel like Gannon will be found once winter is over, to be honest. At least in that area. Like once stuff starts to kind of like melt and things kind of whatever, then I think that's probably when they'll find him. And I think it'll probably be more of like an outdoorsman, to tell you the truth, because the areas that we picked up for him, well, at least Miss Texas, when she did the pendulum stuff, it was Red Rock Cave and then Cave of the Winds or something like that. But it was in the completely opposite direction they were searching. It was actually like 10 or 15 minutes away from the Petco she went to. So it was like, I don't know why they didn't go there first. But I kind of feel like the area where they put him is very secluded because I did talk to somebody who is in Colorado and they told me that those two areas, there are some parts where there's a lot of people, but there's also parts where you can go deeper and you won't see anybody for days. So I kind of think that might be the area. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he'll eventually be found, but it's going to be like an avid outdoorsman that's going to find him. That's kind of what I feel. And I'm not saying he's 100% passed. I'm just saying if he were to be found passed, that's what I feel like is going to, that's how they're going to find him. I just don't see it being anytime soon because they're so quiet about it. Unless they find something in this new search and they really do dig deep. But the problem is it's been winter there. There's been snow. There's been water. I mean, there's all these kind of elements that are going to distract. And we don't know how he or where. Oh, excuse me. I burp randomly. We don't know where or why he was left or dropped where he was or who had him last because she's claiming it wasn't her, even though she drove off in the truck with them. So I don't know. Like I said, it's a big mess. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there was the daughter was waiting at Petco and they switched cars, to be honest. I feel like there was a switch somewhere. And that's, I mean, I don't know. I just feel a switch. I'm sorry if y'all can hear the neighbors outdoor running up the stairs because they have no respect. What's what, Melanie? The neighbors running up the stairs, shaking everything? That's them. Oh no, it was a do I have my phone? I think I can pull it up for you. It was a map she pulled up and sent to me that she got pendulum hits on. So and I want to thank you for everybody who's coming into the chat. If you can give it a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. And I'm sure everybody else in the room would as well. We are trying to bring in positive energy for Faye. Like I said, so it's more of a thumbs up for Faye, not for the chat or for us. It is for her and respect for her. And this, like I said, now that we know what happened, this is out of respect for Faye, basically. So if you're here to do that, we would greatly appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up and send her family positive love, light, and energy, because they need it right now. Because nobody deserves what happened. Nobody deserves to go through something like that. But I'm gonna go scroll back real quick through my phone to see if I can find the map that Miss Texas sent me, where she circled the hot spots that she found. It just might take me 1 second. I'm sorry. We text a lot. It's my internet wife. See, this is basically the area that he's showing me. And this is not her text, but it's Red Rock Canyon. So this is like, I don't know how well y'all can see it because it's almost like glared. But if you're from Colorado, that's the area he's showing me, but less foliage. There's not as much foliage. It's like it's all done because of the weather. Like, so there's no leaves and stuff. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, oh, here it is. Okay, this is the pendulum hits. So you see, like, this is the ones that I actually called into the Colorado, and now this is actually where they're searching. I had let somebody know on one of the pages on here, a very well-known page, but I don't really want to mention it. I kind of let them know the areas that the pendulum hit that Miss Texas was using, and that is the area they are actually searching in now, which is pretty interesting because they never did until 2 days ago, and that's when I gave the information. So it's pretty interesting that now that's where they're searching after us so-called quote-unquote psychics, mediums, tarot card readers, that now that's where they're searching, which is good because, like I said, that's where I think they should be searching. But it does show you that cops do go off of tarot card readers, empaths, and psychics, because that is how they Lisa actually worked with the police department. She's not here right now because she wasn't feeling too great, but Lisa worked with the police department 10 years, and the only reason that she worked with them was as a medium, basically a psychic. She was called whenever they had missing persons, and that was in Houston, Texas. Whenever they had missing persons or murder cases that they couldn't solve, they would call Lisa. And I said, so like I said, she worked with the police department for 10 years. Why somebody came in here being an ass? Thanks, y'all. Oh, I don't know about all that, Jennifer. I just know that's the place is on the map where it hit. So, and that's where they're searching now. Like I said, and I actually gave the hint to one of the major crime channels like 2 days ago, and now all of a sudden that's where they're at. I know. Well, the thing is, Jaws, like, people don't want to admit that still, that police use psychics. And I'm not really sure why. Because, I mean, if it's helps, then what's the problem, right? So I guess it's like the lie detector thing. You can't use it in court, Yeah, I mean, what Miss Texas says, I don't know exactly which area. I just know that they're closer to the area that Miss Texas picked it up on the pendulum, way closer to the area than what they were before. So I do know that. Yeah, Miss Texas, that's a good way to put it, a forensic medium. So she's called by police. Um, mm, my feet? Gross. Who fucking has a foot obsession? That's nasty. Like, thank you for deleting him. I didn't want to see that anyways. Like I said, that's like I was telling Miss Texas I was rewatching the live from last night and I missed the part about her saying like she gets twisted with JFK in her dreams because that's her spiritual husband. Oh my god, I laughed my ass off. I couldn't stop. Like it was so funny. Like I was like I'm so sad that I missed that and didn't get to respond. That was the funniest thing ever. Nadia, get your ass off of here with your stupid questions. Where is she? I think it's the Red Rock Canyon area too, because like I said, even Lisa, there she is. Hey, Lisa, but remember that picture we're talking about that right now. Remember the picture I sent you of Red Rock and we both agreed that it looked the same where Gannon is except for the foliage? And that we think that once the winter calms down is probably when they'll more find it because outdoor will probably come across them. Like I said, Lisa is the one who worked as the forensic medium for the Houston Police Department. So I'm actually glad she showed up just in time because that's what we're talking about. I was showing them a picture of Red Rock, the one I sent to you. So I'm going to show the one actually because I showed y'all one, but that's not the one that I showed Lisa. Because somebody sent it to me on Facebook and they asked me to send it to Lisa. So that's why I sent it to her. But this is more of what I see. And she agreed. I guess the person found it on Google, I guess. I guess it's a popular place to get married, but a lot less grass. So this is the area that we see, and we found out this is that's supposed to be like the Garden of the Gods, but the color of the rock up here is what we see. And then if you pull up Red Rock Canyon, like the one that I showed y'all earlier from Miss Texas, I think it's about the same color. And like I said, don't y'all forget if y'all have any questions that y'all would really like answered and I'm not seeing them, you can always use super chat at the bottom with the stickers or the donation method, and I will be able to answer your questions. Like I said, but right now I'm just trying to find that picture again. All right, here it is. This is like more what I see. And I don't know if Lisa can agree, but again, a little bit less foliage. I know it's a horrible glare. I'm trying. I don't know why it's so bad. I think because of the color of the rocks. But that is what I see, but less foliage. It's more like all the foliage is gone because it's winter. So oh hi Katie. I love you, baby mamas. Oh God, here he is again. Jax, are you here? Make him stop. Make him go away. Gosh. All right. So I'm sure he'll show back up, but Yeah, well, like I said, Joss, I'm just here to try to help, honestly. Like I said, I mean, yes, Lisa's agreeing. The picture that I showed with Red Rock Canyon is the one that Lisa and I agreed upon, but less foliage. More of lots of morphine. They don't pass out morphine like that anymore. Good luck. I mean, you'd have to go to the emergency room. I had to go to the emergency room after a major foot surgery, and they made me like sit there for like 5 hours before they ever gave me. Again, I'm talking about I had my whole foot broken, rebuilt. They cut my heel off, removed it, like put it somewhere else, put screws in it, and they literally like put a port in my leg, and they still were like, "You'll be fine." Like, here's some Tylenol. Like, what? Yeah, thanks to all the people who are screwing up all the medication stuff because they're dicks. Or they're dildos. I'm sorry, we're going to say dildos on this channel. Yeah, they're still off. I agree with Miss Texas, but they're closer than what they were, I think. I'm not really sure where they started. Like I said, I'm not sure how far the Gardens of God is from the Red Rock Canyon, but I know that they're closer, I would think. Did who kick somebody's ass? Oh, no, I had no arches in my feet. So, whenever I had my sons, my tendons in my feet gave out and they ripped in half. And so basically like they give off toxins when that happens, which means it's basically like parts of your body that are kind of like rotting, which sends in toxins into your blood system. So I had to have it done. So they basically took tendons from my toes underneath my feet and they put it where the inside of my foot goes. So I have 3 screws in each foot, a cadaver bone in one. And yeah, I mean, they cut my heel off and moved it and completely broke my foot, like as if I like probably took a sledgehammer and broke that shit in my sleep. I have no clue how they do that, but I know that they take a huge chunk out of your heel, break it off, and move it over. And that is like one of the hardest bones to break in your body is the calcaneus. So the fact that they did that, yeah, yeah, that's a problem, and that's what the person was saying. There's so many hidden places. There's places where you can go into Red Rock Canyon that is very populated, and places that you would never even think people were at. So, like I said, I want to welcome everybody who's coming into the chat room. If y'all can give it a thumbs up, we'd greatly appreciate it. We're talking about Faye and Gannon right now a little bit because some people had brought up Gannon, and so I'm gonna see what other questions y'all have. I know, y'all. It sucked. Like it sucked. Like it's like I think it took like both surgeries probably took like 10 years off my life. No BS. Like it's like a year recovery. And then even after that, you can't even just like walk in regular. She's like, I still can't wear. I have to wear shoe inserts and tennis shoes. And if I'm not, then I have to be completely barefoot because otherwise it hurts. So if I would go back, I wouldn't do the surgeries, to be honest. I mean, but the only reason I had to was because of the tendons and them rotting. I think the meltdown did have something to do with it. I think he knew that. Oh, I'm sorry, Katie. Yes, I do think the male had something to do with it. And if there was another male, he had something to do with it, but he's gone. So, like I said, I do pick up 3 energies, but I don't know if the other person was just like some pedophile friend who just happened to be with them. And then maybe he didn't want to get caught. So that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the autopsy to come out for both of them. Because like I said, if it's suicide, then it was clearly him. If it's both homicide, then somebody else was in on it. But I do feel like regardless of whether how they rule it, there is a third person that's gone already, and they're not going to find him because, like I said, he is the top wig of whatever is going on. So he, even if he were to get caught, there's people below him that are going to take the rap. So, like I said, it's almost like the mob, but as horrible as that sounds. But that's how it feels when I tap into his energy. He feels untouchable. He thinks, like I said, he thinks he's the emperor. He thinks he's above everybody else. He's got the world in his hands, and he'll do as he pleases, and he'll take down whoever he pleases to make that happen. So that's kind of the energy I get when I pick him up. So like I said, as y'all are coming in the room, if you can give it a thumbs up, we'd greatly appreciate it. That way we can send positive healing vibes to Faye and her family, because that is what this chat is for. Like I said, we are going about an hour and 15 minutes, so I want to see if there's anything else that y'all would like to ask. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for y'all's service. I have had several broken bones. It does take years off your life. It makes you age. Yes, it does. I actually have osteopenia in my feet already from the surgeries, and I'm 33 or 34. I honestly don't even keep track anymore. But yeah, I mean, I would never, if I could go back, I would never do it again because my feet still hurt. And it's causing problems with my knees now and my lower back to where sometimes I would have to I have to take Epsom salt baths in the morning, like really hot ones, so that I can actually move throughout the day. So usually in the morning, it takes me hours most of the time to move because I can't, my feet hurt and my back hurt and my knees hurt. So, I just get kind of worried with osteopenia and my hands and my feet already at 34 or 33 or whatever I am. I don't really remember. I was born in 86. But, so I guess what is that, 34? I don't know. I'll be 34 this year, I think. But yeah, I mean, it does. It takes a lot off of you. I mean, that's hard. It's like having a baby. It's anything else, you know? I mean, it's hard. It takes time. I mean, your body just can't. Yeah, but the problem is I don't feel like a baby. You know, like I would, like it's hard for me to do certain things that should be easy for me to do at my age. And my orthopedic, like my doctor who does my feet, and I go to a bone doctor, they all agree. So we're kind of actually trying to figure out what the problem is as far as my bones and why I'm losing so much bone density. But I think it's I do have anxiety and depression at times, so I take medicine for that. And I do think that comes with my gift, because I feel a lot of what other people feel. And sometimes, unfortunately, with those medicines, you might not find out till a year later or 2 years later that they're taking havoc on certain parts of your body. And so that's kind of what happened with me, I think. Because once I found out there was a medicine that I was taking that they were actually pulling because it was causing bone loss, which I know I can sue them and I can do all that, but I don't feel the need to do that, to be honest. I mean, you're 30. Thanks you. I was like, I try not to pay attention anymore. My sister was born in 83. Yeah. I'm 86. She's 3. Yeah. So she was born in 83. What's your astrological sign, Melanie? Oh, you have a daughter born in 85, Lisa, or Lady D. That's cool. 1 second, please. I can still see y'all's comments as they come through. Okay. 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. I might have a caller come in. They're going to explain some other missing cases that are going on. And so, because I'm not as well informed on it, because I don't have any military family or connected within the military, and it is a military issue. So, I might have somebody call in to explain that for y'all, to see if y'all are interested into looking into that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just getting to the point where it's like, I know I'm going to start to have a lot of bone problems and a lot of joint problems. Like I already have some of those. So I know as I mean, I'm 34. So if I'm already having those problems, how long do you really think it's going to take before it sets in? So that's the only thing I'm worried about. I have a young baby, a 2-year-old. So, and then I have my autistic son. So I kind of have to make my body last, if that makes sense. So I have done the stretching and stuff like that, but I have not tried acupuncture. No, I haven't. I've thought about it, but I don't know enough about it, I guess. You're a Cancer? Okay, see, my dad's a Cancer, so you're a water sign. Yeah, my mom's a water sign and my dad's a water sign. And then my sister's only fire sign in our family. I'm Earth. My mom and dad are water, so of course but my sister and my dad get along like super super well, like because he's Cancer and she's Sagittarius, so they have the kind of same sense of humor where me and my mom kind of have the same sense of humor because she's a Scorpio, and then the Cancer and the Sagittarius kind of sit in for my sister and my mom. Oh my gosh, this guy's pathetic. I'm not seeing Miss Texas's comments. 1 second, y'all, okay? I'm sorry. I'm apologizing. Okay, y'all, I apologize. I just wanted to make sure I got this down the way that I wanted to put it. So, from what I'm understanding, military vets are possibly going missing and nothing's being done about it. So like I said, I don't have any military in my family, so I don't know much about it. But I know there's a lot of people in here who are part of the military and or have served, and we greatly appreciate it and thank you for your service. But like I said, from what I understand, there are some of them going missing and people aren't reporting it. So if y'all are interested in me looking into that, if y'all are a part with that, if y'all are interested in that or know anything about it, y'all can go ahead and just give a thumbs up or a hand or a yes, and I will be more than happy to look into that case for y'all. If anybody in here, like I said, is if anybody's interested in that, like I said, I know we have a lot of veterans in here, so and people who have served. Like I said, if y'all would like to look into some of those cases of maybe these people disappearing and why it's not looked into more, because these are people who have served our country, so you would think that they would look for them more. So I would just, and tomorrow night we'll be doing kind of like a special, really, because it's Saturday, so we'll probably be starting at 9. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that, y'all. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I will look into that, and like I said, and I will do a reading on it. And yes, I will do a reading on the person that passed with the girl, but the problem is I don't know who it is still. And I kind of go off a picture. So if I can at least get a picture of the person, that would help. But I mean, like I said, tomorrow I can go ahead and try to do a reading, like I said, on the person that was next to her and see what energy picks up from him. But again, so I said, I'll channel that in my sleep tonight. And then, like I said, and then, like I said, as the week goes on, like I said, we'll be, working more towards, and I just blanked out for a second. I don't know why. I started staring at the board that I set up for, Faye, and I blanked out. I apologize. Well, if you're a Cancer and he's fire, it's probably not going to work that great. Because water puts out fire. So you're always going to be the one to kind of like run the relationship, and most guys don't like that. Yeah, he keeps showing up, Kelly. So I don't. He did this all yesterday. Hi, Sunshine. I don't think I've said hello yet. Oh yeah, fire signs definitely think they lead. But the problem is that's their karmic lesson. They're brand new here. They don't know. I mean, Aries is the sign, but fire signs are kind of more the immature signs, to be honest, about certain things. Not all of them. It depends on what other signs you have in your charts. So, like I said, your moon is normally your personality. Like I'm a Virgo with a Leo. I'm a Leo Virgo cusp with a Virgo rising and an Aries moon. So I can be really chill, but once people start really pushing and making it sound like I don't know, I have no problem telling people off. Like, to be completely honest, like if people piss me off enough, it's like that's enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like I kind of said yesterday in the chat, there's a fine line between like spiritual gangster kicking it in. You know what I mean? Like spiritual squad kick it in, because it's like when we're doing chats like this, I have no patience for people coming in being nasty and negative, because this is a positive room. Like I said, this is to send love and light and prayers to Faye and her family and everybody else. So when people come in here like shoot the moon, who won't shut up and go away, like, yeah, I start to kind of get irritated. That's the Aries and Leo in me. I can't help it. But my Virgo tries to ignore it. It's just after a certain few times when I see it and see it and see it, then I'm like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't have the patience for nonsense. As soon as somebody starts talking stupid, it's like I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I can't help it. Yes, we are doing what Miss Texas is writing at this moment. Capricorn and Sag. It's not a bad mix, because Earth isn't you can't really catch the Earth on fire. So and Sag is fire. Actually, my youngest son's father is an Aries and I am a Virgo, like I said, but I have an Aries moon and he has a Taurus moon. So basically it's the complete opposite. You know, like his moon's an earth sign, my moon's a fire sign, his sun sign is an fire sign, and mine is a earth sign. So it's like, that's, I think, why we balanced each other out kind of well. We both had the same signs in the opposite order. So, but you got to think of that too. There's air, fire, water, and earth, right? So fire signs and air signs usually get along really well, because fire helps air, but that can also be bad. Like I said, everything can be bad if there's overindulgence in any areas, but and a good thing too in a relationship, like a fire sign with a water sign, like if a fire sign's getting out of control and can't like stop themselves, a water sign can kind of like douse the water on them and be like, chill out. But most of the time, I don't know. Most water signs I know are very, like I said, not all, but most are kind of like, I don't know, at least the ones I've come across, not Miss Texas, but most are passive aggressive. You know, like Miss Texas says like it is and how she feels. She's not dark-sided. I've only met a light-sided Pisces or dark-sided Pisces, and she's horrible. So I don't even want to see her face. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, because you said you're a Cancer, right? Yeah, that's why you have a good match with, like I said, my dad's a Cancer and my mom's a Scorpio. They've been married for, I don't even know now, 40 or 50 years or something like that. I don't, oh wait, no, they can't been because they're not that old. I don't know. They've been married since they were 21 and they're in their like 50s. My dad's in his 60s. So exactly, Lisa. You can't fix stupid. And that's the other thing. It's like I try not to argue. Most of the time, if I see stupid comments, I don't say anything. It's not until they keep going and going and going and poking to where I'm like, hold up, y'all. I need to handle this. Like I said, but for the most part, I try to ignore it because when you're arguing with somebody who's stupid, like, and just doesn't know, like, what they're talking about, like, people from the outside who are watching can't tell who the actual stupid person is. You know what I mean? They just see these two people arguing about something stupid. So that's why I kind of try to leave it alone most of the time. I don't really try to acknowledge it. That's why I kind of have the moderators, to kind of like knock it out of here. So I don't even see it. I don't even try to read the chats. That's why I say I want to read it, like to see y'all's questions. But I kind of give the moderators a chance to do what they need to do, so that way it helps everything run smooth. Yeah, I'm sure it was, Melanie. Cliff notes. What's the weird question that you have, Julia? I don't know how many trolls are actually coming in here, but again, this is we are doing basically a tribute to Faye right now. And again, narcissistic much. Dildos. The dildos are coming in, double-sided. Probably because you both want to be right. To be honest, Melanie, because my mom is a water sign and I'm an earth sign, and yeah. I'll basically be like, no. And she's like, yes, no, yes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, both signs like to kind of be right. So that's probably what it is. I know as I've gotten older with my sister and everybody else around me, with her being a fire sign, that's all changed as we've gotten older. So, well, I mean, I think it's more they're gravitated towards you, Julia, for whatever reason. Like you said, I mean, you say that you pick up stuff empathically, so that could be a reason. Yeah, Alex, it is. Like I said, water usually goes with earth because that creates life, and air helps fuel fire. So that's why those signs usually go together. But it's not saying, like I said, that you can't be with another sign because your moon sign is usually your personality. Like I said, my moon sign is the Aries, but I'm very cautious because I have double Virgo. So I weigh out things constantly before I do it. So my Virgo overpowers the Aries and the Leo because I have more of it, I guess, even though the other two are fire, but my main signs are Virgo. So yeah. You can go, I think it's astrological.com, Melanie, and you can literally just put your birth date in. If you know the time of birth, it'll show your moon sign. You just have to know the time of your birth, I want to say, to get your moon sign. Like, I know I was born like at 8:24 in the morning. So, but yeah, it's like astrologic.com or something. You can look up free birth charts. Just go to Google and look up free birth charts, and then it'll pull up, it's like astrological.com or something. And like I said, and all you do is just put in, like, they don't send you spam emails. They don't do all that. Like, it's just, they just give you your birth chart. Like I said, you just have to put in your birth date, where you were born, the time. And then they'll tell you, like I said, the time is a big deal for the moon. So that's what I'm saying. So like, if you know the time, that will help. So if you have the time, like on your birth certificate, go ahead and do that. Like I said, that will help you. Excuse me. Yeah, just Google free birth chart. Like I said, and it'll bring up, I'm pretty sure it's astrological.com. Because that's where I got mine from, and my kids. And like I said, and I've always used it actually for pretty much everybody I know. I run their birth charts because I'm like, what am I bringing in here? So, aw, Katie, I love you. Hey, Dad, my daddy's here. Speaking of cancers, we're talking about water signs, Dad, and you're one of them. So Melanie in here is also a Cancer. So, yeah, so we're basically talking about water signs and earth signs and fire signs and all that fun stuff. So everybody, if you don't mind, go ahead and say hello to my dad. My dad is Claude Williams. So I said, and he is a Cancer. I said my mom's a Scorpio. My sister's a Sagittarius. So he played in a band for a very long time. Cancers are usually drawn to music. He is a drummer. And he is just the sweetest. So Mary said, hi, everyone. Yes, he is a drummer. So he loves to play music. He loves to play the drums. So like I said, and we listened, like I said, that's basically what we grew up on. And that's what was kind of sad for me to watch the video of Faye singing You Are My Sunshine, because my dad sang You Are My Sunshine to me and my sister when we were little all the time. Right, Dad? Do you remember singing? Oh, of course you remember singing You Are My Sunshine. I know you do. Yep, there he goes. He would always wake us up to songs. That's how he woke us up in the morning. It's like, of course, when you're a kid, you're like, stop it, Dad. But now that I look back, I'm like, oh, I miss the songs. And then I annoy my kids doing the same thing. So, thanks, Dad. You always told me when I have my own kids, I can do it to them. So, good night, Dad. Thank you for dropping in. Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow or someday soon. We live a block away from each other, but tell Mom good night for me too, and Grandma, please. Hi, Darlene. How are you? Oh, really, Lufa? That's cool. Love you, Dad. Good night. Yeah, so we're going about an hour and 40 minutes. So I mean, it's not super late or anything. I'm good, Darlene. Thank you. I I did the readings, so I don't want to I don't really want to do, like I said, I don't want to do the reading on the man until I know more about him. Because I have no clue. Like I said, I feel the energy, but I want to see the picture, because then I feel like that would thank you, Darlene. Yes, my dad is a sweetheart. Like I said, those are the mothers of the zodiac, Cancer, so he is very caring and very loving. Oh, you're a Virgo too, Robert Scroll? That's cool. Oh, your moon sign is a Pisces, Mel? 'Cause you are water on water then. Yeah, Earth on Earth can be hard because we're so like fact checkers and want to be. It's like, like I can go in my head for like weeks about the same crap, and I'm like, it's not worth it. Like like I have to finally just tell myself to like stop thinking about it, stop thinking about it, stop thinking about it. It's not important. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like I'm stressing myself out over something that I don't even know if it's gonna happen. So, oh, that's good, Kathy. I love your face too, baby mama. Yeah, go ahead, Kate. I don't want you to be outside with the flooding and all the bad weather and stuff. I don't want you to get sick. So I'll message you on or call me on. I know we're in such a different time frame. I'm free all tomorrow though. Like I said, somebody called me today, and I don't know if they're in the room now, because they didn't leave a message, but it was within the Houston area. So I don't know if it's somebody that I did a reading for, but if I missed your call and you called today, you can go ahead and call back. Just text me or something and leave a message. I didn't get any message or text, so I don't know who the phone call was from. So that's what I'm saying. I do give my number to my clients and other people that a few other people. So like I said, I know I did give my number to a few clients. So if you were a client and you called and I didn't answer and I haven't responded and it was a 281 number, like I said, that is the Houston number. So like I said, just go ahead and give me a call tomorrow or text me and just let me know who you are, so that way I know. Because I mean, if I don't recognize the number, honestly, I don't usually answer it. So yeah, that's all I focus on, faults. That's what I'm saying. If I have to check myself and be like, you need to stop worrying about everything that's wrong, be positive about things that are right. Because nothing in this earthly realm is perfect. That's what I think Virgo's biggest struggle is. We want everything to be perfect and happy and harmonious, and that is not what planet Earth is about. So I think that's why we struggle here so much, more than what some other signs do. Oh, I don't know. I didn't even see. She said something about he had the key in his friggin' pants or something like that. I don't, or maybe it was something else. I don't know. I don't know what the hell she's talking about though, to be honest. Tanya, I can't see. I'm sorry, my scrolls over. Yeah, Tanya, Renee. I don't know what she's talking about. And like I said, she talks in circles so much. It's like listening to another YouTuber who made a joke about the case. It's like I can't listen to it. It's just like there's no point. It's all back and forth, constantly contradictive. So yeah, I can't do it. Like I said, and their voice is annoying. So, and my voice might be annoying to other people, which I mean that's cool too. But I'm just saying, like to me, I don't care to listen to it. Yeah, what Lily said, it was something about him having a key, but I don't really understand what. I don't know what word salad means. Sorry, I don't know if that's a joke. I don't know what that means. Okay, thanks, Mel. Oh, yeah, right. We're never annoying. Only when we're telling you everything that's wrong. Can you wash the dishes? Be like, you need to rewash them. They're still dirty. Like, I just do it myself because I know I'm just going to redo it anyways. So what's the point? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying now, Lily. Oh, yeah, because she said he cut his foot or something in the garage, which that's brand new because I haven't heard anything about that. So, no, I get you now, Tanya. I got it. Um, but yeah, she had made some comment about him, and it's probably because she backed into the car, into the driveway, Chris Watt style, and like he was probably already bleeding, and so there was probably blood drips into the garage. So that was her way to explain it. Oh, Pisces. The reason why Pisces can be indecisive at sometimes if they're not completely in tune with themselves is because they possess all the zodiac signs, pretty much. They're like all the zodiac signs rolled into once. They are, now I'm mutable, but there's a certain point where I just, no, I'm not going to do that. But Pisces will, the non-wake ones and light-sided ones, a lot of times they'll play like they're your friend just because, and then they'll go turn around and talk crap about you a lot of times. Like I said, because that's just kind of how they are, like I said, and that's the dark-sided ones, not the light-sided ones. So if you're a Pisces, don't take me wrong. Like I said, you can look it up actually on Google and it'll explain the difference between a dark side and a light side of a zodiac sign. We can get into that further later, but like it's kind of late to kind of do like the whole lessons of dark-sided and light-sided. Yeah, your moon sign is your personality. Your moon sign is how you're going to act. That's what I'm saying. That's why like most Virgos are very composed, but like when I'm pissed, like on here, like when I get it, like I said, when I get enough, you can tell. Like I'll stop the chat and call the person out. Like I've had it. Like I said, I'll ignore it and ignore it and ignore it, and to the point where it's like I'm not ignoring it anymore because they don't get the point. And then when I do go at it, it's like I'm so pissed because I've ignored you enough to where I feel like you should get the point that like it almost seems like, oh, like you're really being mean. But it's like, how many times have I like ignored you though, or tried to like push the conversation away? So again, that's like my Aries. That, like I said, and I can feel it because it's irritating. Like Aries get irritated very easily. And I say that again because my son's father is an Aries. So good night, Lady D. Love you too. Night, Lufa. I don't know, Kathy. I kind of picked up that she would pick on him and tease him a little bit too, like when her mom was doing it, just so that her mom didn't do it to her. To be honest, I don't think she feared her mom, but I think she saw what she was capable of, and she knew if she pissed her off enough that she could make her feel how she was making Gannon feel, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, me too. Sweet crazy. I can't wait to see that. Yeah, Josh, just go to like I said, someone put the link in it. It was astrological or astrologic.com. I said, and it's a free birth chart. Like I said, you just have to know your time of birth, and that's usually on your birth certificate if you have it. So and I do have mine, so that's how I looked it up for me and my kids because I have all of our certificates. No, it's not easy being a Virgo. That's what I said. When I'm done with this place here and I check out, I am not coming back. I've decided I'm not coming back to this place. Like, this place is a pain in the ass. The imperfections bother me. The coldness to one another as human beings bothers me. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's like going to battle for the soul being on this planet. Like, why would you want to, like, I was gonna say, I must have been crazy to like be like, yeah, I'll come here. Like, as I'm saying, I'm looking back and I'm like, damn, I wish I could remember my pre-planning because this is some bullshit. Like. Oh, good night, Lisa. You take care. I hope you're feeling better, sweet. I love you. Yeah, I agree, Josh. I want to go to another planet. Like another planet where there's like no diseases and people aren't batshit crazy doing things like what happened with all these children lately. I don't need to experience any more of that. I don't want to anymore. Exactly. Like, what the hell was I thinking when I was like, okay, I'll come back to Earth with you? Like, I hate it here. like I said, people are mean to each other for no reason at all. And I'm saying that from even working in retail and stuff. Like, I mean, you can be as nice and polite to somebody as you want, and they will still treat you like crap. like over nothing. Like it's almost like you're beneath them because you're in retail or something, you know? So I don't get it. That's usually, yeah, and Tanya, that's usually the thing. It's usually the people who are the closest to you that end up burning you. Hold on one second, y'all, okay? It's a phone call I have to take. Okay, so like I said, we're going on about 2 hours almost. So I was just wondering if y'all have any other questions. Like I said, yeah, so people are shitty to retail people. It's ridiculous, especially during Christmas. Like we had a lady come in cussing us out and everything at the place I worked at, and I was like, and I was actually off. Hold on one second. So yeah, so they were actually completely mean, and she was like, I need my effing money right now, and blah blah blah. It's Christmas time, and I was already off, and I felt like being like, you're bitch, get out of here. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, y'all guys, because this is a phone call I really have to take, like I said, and then I can go ahead and let me grab something real quick. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off because it is getting. Okay, well, I'll deal with that later because it already disconnected. So again. So like I said, I am going to get ready to sign off though, because I said we are going on almost 2 hours, like I said, and we did do the readings. Like I said, I want to see what comes out more tomorrow for her and whoever this possible unidentified male is, and if they tell us a little bit more about it, so that way I can kind of maybe tap into his energy a little bit more. Like I said, I can go ahead and do the reading without knowing him, but I would prefer to at least see a picture of the person or at least have an idea, kind of. I'm so sorry I burp randomly. Can't help it. Yeah, so I mean, we'll just kind of have to see what happens overnight. So again, I want to thank all y'all for being part of the chat. Like I said, thank you for being part of the Southern Soul Tarot fam. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, if y'all can give it a thumbs up, if y'all haven't yet on y'all's way out, I greatly appreciate it. And like I said, I will be on live tomorrow night. Like I said, and I do have some readings that I'm going to do. So again, like I said, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. And I want to thank y'all for being here. And y'all have a great night, okay? I'll talk to y'all soon. Good night. Love you guys.